Hi YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing yet another running video. So I'm in Temple Hof Field. I'm going to be running a 7.5k run. So this is in preparation for my 10k event, which is now going to be in 6 weeks time. That crept up really quick. I remember when I booked the tickets, and that felt like a very long time ago. So, well, you know, it's going to be like very far into the future, but suddenly it's only in 6 weeks. So, yeah, I'm cranking up the, you know, the runs and the training. And I say this is 7.5k run. Now, I don't have a target for this run, so I'm not going to be running at a particular pace, which is really good actually, because it's really, really hot here today. I'm sure you can see it's very sunny. So, yeah, let's get going. Right, here we go. It's going to be a really easy pace today because, as I say, it's really hot. And actually I don't feel particularly energetic. I did a park run yesterday in which I did a personal best. So, feeling maybe a little bit tired. Legs feeling a bit achy, but Sundays are the only day in which I can really do the long runs, and this is an excellent venue for it. This is why we're here. So Temple Hof Field is Temple Hof Field is an old airport here in Berlin. Has lots of interesting history. Obviously focus on the Second World War, and it's now been repurposed as a really nice public space for everybody to enjoy. Anyway, let's just start running, and I'll check back with you guys in a sec. Right. Okay, so we're about a kilometre and a half in. I'm doing pretty well so far. I think my speed training is really beginning to work. So whereas in the past these so-called easy runs would be about 10 kilometres or whatever, I've just come in at just over 8. I'm not even trying, which is a big achievement for me. I'm just being ultra careful not to film people too much. But here's the it's very pretty. It's a nice area to run, and it's excellent for these long runs. So 175 metres so far. That's pretty good. Should get this done in an hour or so, and I'll get some food. See you in a bit.
Lap 4, 8:41.
There you go. That's 4 kilometres out of 7.5. So that means I'm now over halfway. Ooh. So let's see how I go on. What do I know I'm listening to? I am listening to a podcast by the running channel. They've been doing podcasts for the Paris Olympics, which is just about to come to an end. It's the last day today. You've been watching Paris Olympics, and it's great. But I'm just listening to the podcast as they're going round. It certainly beats focusing on the fact I'm bloody hot. I'm really tired. See you in a bit. Right, 5 kilometres. Only 2.5 left to go. So, broken the back of it now. It's quite nice to run here. I'll show you something very quick. Make sure there's nobody in view. This is like a little refugee place. nice homes for Ukraine refugees that we have here at Temple Field. They're certainly a lot nicer than perhaps what the UK does, I'm not sure. Anyway, we've got a nice little community here. I really like it. Right, so not too far to go now. Really tired. You notice I do have a hydration vest on, and it's not because I have a bladder or anything like that. It's just that it's a lot easier to carry stuff. Right, see you in a bit. No, so much for accountability. I've had to stop. I got about, I don't know, just under 2 kilometres to go. I think it's done like 6:17, I think. I know why I'm finding it so difficult to run for any further than 5 kilometres at the moment. So it's 6 weeks to worry about it. So I'm going to have a little bit of a rest here for 5 seconds. I'll do the rest of it. And it's off the pub. Been running for about an hour now. Oh, just under. Yeah, oh no way. When you consider I did a marathon back in April, and I just ran for hours at a time without stopping. And maybe it's because I'm running so much faster now. I have to stop. It's really annoying. However, this is the lights of training. Rougher the smooth, etc. I mean, I will say this is it's going to be part of a series that I'm going to do for this week. So this is like the long run to start the week, and then at some point there'll be like the speed running, and then the easy run, and then I'll just collate it together for like sort of like a diary, just so you know what it's all about. And hopefully this is the only time I die halfway through the run. And also it doesn't help being so bloody hot. Right, I'll see you at the end of the run. Look at it. Kites. It's pretty cool. I do so enjoy running here. It's so much fun. I'm nearly there. I've got 8 metres to go. 8 metres maybe. Not very far. So 7:43. Yes, 7.5. Absolutely knackered. I'm glad I've done it. There's this guy. Isn't that cool? I'm glad I've done it. And I haven't just sacked it off, because I've done that in the past where I've just like can't do the rest of it regardless of the rest. But absolutely refuse to do that today. Almost there. I think we are there. It was 7.5. So I know why it hasn't beeped. But we are there. So we're done. So I know why Garmin didn't tell me. decided to have a fart, I think. Maybe it's because I stopped it. There you go, that's 7.5 kilometre run. Annoying that I kind of had to have a rest. But I have done the whole distance. I only had to stop once. And I have had some issues recently. I don't know why. As I say, I ran a fucking marathon back in April. I don't know what the hell's going on here. And I think maybe it's a combination of two things. So one, I'm running a lot faster than I did. You know, like sort of like tottering on like 12 kilometres an hour or something ridiculous for a marathon. I did it in like 8 hours. So I guess for a lot of people that'd be more or less walking pace. And I suppose the other thing is that, you know, I am running a day after doing a personal best at parkrun. And the thing is, you know, like Sundays is like the perfect time for anybody to do their long run, obviously. Or anybody who's got a Monday to Friday job like me. But I really like parkrun. So, you know, in every week, perhaps I shouldn't do the parkrun, perhaps you should just volunteer or something, because, you know, I always want volunteers. And then I think, oh no, I want to do it, I want to do the run. Let's get personal best. And then today I just like sort of like die halfway through, well, a good portion of the way through a long run. I know. Answers in the postcard too. Plump old lady who does running. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm not entirely sure what's next. I'll sit on the bench, I notice, over there, and I'll let you know. Yes, I've checked, it was 7.5 kilometres. For some reason my Garmin decided not to tell me when I'd finished, but that's alright. So next week I have allegedly on Wednesday, but I tend to flick it, you know, I tend to like rearrange the days sometimes. I have one session of 6 kilometres, 200 repeats. I did that last week, and basically what you have to do here is 2 kilometres at a conversational pace, and then repeat 8 times, 2 kilometres at 7:55 and 2 kilometres at 8:45. That's going to be pretty tough. Woo. 8 times, and then a cool down period at a conversational pace. So that's one thing next week. And then I have a 6.5 kilometre easy run, and then a 9 kilometre long run. And you know, the other thing is that I have chosen the intermediate runner program. Do you think that was a good idea? I mean, it certainly pushes me to do more. So maybe what I'll do next week is that I'll not do the park run. I'll volunteer on a Saturday, and then see if I can do 9 kilometres here. On fresher legs. I should be able to do that, right? You know, I mean, that'd be 5 weeks before my 10 kilometre run. So, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm off now to get some food. And I've got a sea full of 200 kilometre repeats. Have fun. It's early, too early for either one now, or die later in 32 degree heat. Good morning, and it is indeed early morning. Off for my 6.5k easy run. Doesn't feel particularly easy, has to be said. I actually swapped things over a little bit this week because I'm not feeling particularly energetic today. I was meant to be doing like 200-metre intervals, but I'm a bit tired this weekend, so this is what I'm doing instead. So the long run was on Sunday. This is Tuesday. My next running might be on Friday. I'm going to try and do a strength and conditioning thing in between. I hate strength and conditioning. Doesn't really work very well for me. I don't know why. It just doesn't. Should work better. And I just keep sacking it off, which is really annoying because I shouldn't do it. If I want to be fit and lean and healthy, I shouldn't just be running. I should be doing the other stuff as well. And I suppose we will get into it. But I've been struggling so far. I use something called a runner app, if I haven't mentioned this already, to schedule my runs. And it works quite well. I am on the intermediate training schedule. Now it has occurred that perhaps I should be doing the beginning one instead. But also there's nothing wrong with pushing yourself a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of road running, and then after a while I'll come back and a little bit of running around a cute little estate. I'll show you that when I get there. I think it's just like the back of, it's like a little residential area where gardens are split. Anyway, I'll show you. But we could go down here in the meantime. There are some very pretty places here to go running, so I am lucky to a very large degree that I'm not just pounding roads. So this is where I am at the moment. It's just a nice kind of like rural area, really. So rural in fact that there's actually a farm shop about 15 minutes walk away, which I have on occasion bought stuff from, although it's quite expensive, farm shops, to be honest. But that's what you get for buying really good health fresh products, I suppose. Feels hot already, so I'm doing this now because later on the weather's going to be just a bit too hot. So this is very cute. And this is quite similar to where I'm going to be running in another bit in a bit. So you can see it's like a little runway in between gardens. This is very nice. Got to be careful here in Germany because they are very much into guarding privacy. So I don't really want to be videoing people, stuff like this. But this is a very cute area, and it's nice to be running amongst gardens rather than pavement bashing, which is never very interesting. And also you get used to running on different terrain, because it is quite different running on grass like this. Look at this. This is cute, isn't it? And it's also a bit cooler than running on the pavement bashing as well, because you have this nice little trees and stuff shielding you from the sun, which is nice. And then there's a bin, because why not? We'll skip. Right, see you in a bit. Over halfway, 2.8 kilometres to go. Actually don't feel too bad. I had to stop momentarily to mess about with my GoPro, but yeah, I'm keeping on going. I am currently pavement bashing. But you can see it's a nice rural area. The weather is glorious. Glad I'm doing this now, as I say. It is hotting up already. This is a good old easy run. I'm not looking at my pace at all, which I guess is fine, as it is an easy run. I feel like I'm almost there. It'll be nice to get a decent distance in without me having to stop to take my breath. I think I might do it this time, which will be good. And I just feel a lot better about my running in general, because I have been struggling to get any further than 5 kilometres without stopping. No idea why. Right, see you in a bit. There we go. This is the place I was talking about before. It's a really nice little area. It's basically a cute little place where there's lots of back gardens and a really nice path to run up. So I discovered this last week actually, when I was doing some interval stuff. What you can do is that you can run up and down the little lanes between the gardens, which is what I did today. It's a really nice place to walk down, just to again escape from the heat a little bit. I've got just over 2 kilometres to go. There's some really pretty bits here as well. Yeah, some really pretty bits here as well. I do like some of the style of housing here in Germany. Yeah, so what they'll do is that they'll buy a plot of land and they'll buy their own place, and then they'll design the house to whatever it is that they want. That's great. It's always nice in my home country where the people that end up having to buy or rent nondescript flats or terraced houses. So it really is absolutely stunning here, and it's such a nice place to run. And I'm so glad I found it, because running on pavement bashing is not very exciting, is it really? No, I mean it's it's good getting the mileage in, but I suppose the other thing I find in places like this is it does get you used to running on different surfaces. I mean, my next one is going to be a road run, but as time goes on I really do want to do some more trail running. You know, why would you not want to run in the countryside? And actually, the other day I came across a YouTube where it was like either a 10-kilometre or a half marathon run up and down a wine estate in the UK, and then they have their drinks. Some of the drink station, it's all about wine and cheese. I don't know if I want to do the half marathon in that situation. I'll see what I feel like at the time. But definitely the 10 kilometres. So the 10 kilometres, 2 out of the drinking stations, wine and cheese, and then the price of the ticket, cost of the ticket, honestly. The cost of the ticket also includes a nice meal afterwards. You know, things like hamburgers and and you can buy additional tickets for the spectators so they can enjoy a meal with you after they've supported you on your run. So that's something. I mean, it's too late for me this year. It's in September, and I'm training for this 10 kilometres in London. But it's definitely something that I'm considering doing for next year. The other thing I'm enjoying is actually watching lots of YouTube channels of different people running. I mean, how cute is that? Oh, sorry. How cute is that? What, my face? I don't think so. So there's a guy called Rich Keeble, which I understand is a bit of a jobbing actor, so he does things like voiceovers, audiobooks, and I think he has little parts in films as well. So you might catch him in, for example, Good Omen, or at least Good Omens 2. Anyway, it's a really decent chap from all accounts. Well, that's certainly how he comes across in his YouTube channel. And he's been running for a couple of years, and he does lots of park runs, lots of 10Ks, has done a couple of marathons. But this is, watching his YouTube, I've got to learn about this wine infused run, which I think I'll come. And there's another guy who I'm just beginning to watch called Middle-Aged Man Running. You know, and I think he calls all his watchers Marmy Army or something, which is quite funny. He seems like a decent chap as well. I've only just started watching him. There are definitely things to look at. The number one YouTube channel that I would recommend anybody to watch if they start running is actually the one for which I'm listening to the podcast right now. It's the running channel. So the running channel, oh gosh, it's really slow, but who cares? It's an easy run. So how much? I've got 1.5 kilometres to go. Yeah. So the running channel is a British-based channel where you get a number of presenters, all of different ages and abilities, and they do lots of challenges, give advice, which is excellent for people like me, and so on. And they do podcasts It's just something I'm listening to right now. So I'd thoroughly recommend that if you're going to subscribe to one YouTube running channel, there's a significant number of them out there, I would strongly suggest you invest in the running channel. Look at this. This is such a nice place to run. Right, I'm going to finish this. I'll see you in a bit. Oh Christ almighty. There you go. I've done it. 6.5 kilometres at a very easy pace. But good news is I did it without having to catch my breath. So that certainly makes me feel better. And it's always good to have a nice shakeout one when your legs are feeling a bit tired. Because mine certainly is. I ran 2 days on the trot. At the back end of last week, I did a PB on my park run. And then that really grueling 7.5k on Sunday. So it's good to have a day of rest and just shake it out. So I'm really pleased with that. It's a really slow run, but who cares, it's an easy run, that's what they're for. Right, have a... Oh, I just crossed over the road. Oh. Right, have a good rest of your day. See you at the next one. Good morning. So here we go, it's Friday morning, really early, well, really early for me, it's about 7:30. I'm doing this now because the temperature's still bearable. It's going to go up to about 30 degrees later in the day. So this is what we call my interval session of the week. So it's 2 kilometres at an easy pace, which is what I'm doing now, followed by 8 sort of like interval type sessions. So it's going to be 200 metres at 7:45, followed by 200 at 8:40, and you do that 8 times, and then at the end is like 600 or so k at an easy pace, or slow it says at the end. So this is what I'm doing today. Obviously these interval sessions are very important in terms of trying to get your speed up. And this is one of the things I didn't actually do when I trained for my first marathon. So I did download a training program from Brighton Marathon, because that's the marathon I was running, and they did mention things like interval training and stuff, but I didn't quite understand why I needed to do it, because I hadn't done any running before. So I just did the distance all the time on the planner and thought, well, I'm running it, it'll be fine. And then when it came, and it was fine. I did make the marathon, I completed it. But of course there was no speed training. And I think that was a mistake, because I was really slow, and nothing wrong with being really slow. There are lots of slow runners out there, me being one of them. But to the extent that I didn't finish it, well, I finished it in 8 hours, 5 minutes and 22 seconds, which is, I think I like 9th from the last person or something. Do I mind that? I don't, because of my first marathon, and I was absolutely determined to finish it, come what may. I was a tail walker, come with me from about 16 miles in, because that's when I effectively died and decided I couldn't do any more running. But it's not, that situation is not one I want to repeat. So I have been doing interval running now. I've noticed that my speed really has gone up. So I did my very first park run the week after the marathon. You know, give my body time to recuperate, as it were. And it was, I just ran it and really enjoyed it. And it was 48 minutes, which, you know, some people do 10k in 48 minutes, don't they? But I didn't. I did 5k in 48 minutes. Really enjoyed the session. I felt kind of like allergic to park runs. So I had to cross the road, sort of like run out of pavement. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the park run. Don't know, I mean, before I did my first one, lots of people saying, oh, you should do park runs, and I thought, no, I don't really fancy it. But you know, once I did the first one, I thought, yeah, it's really good actually. I really enjoyed it. You know, even if like everybody else like races in front of you and you're almost the last person, but you always get the marshals cheering you on, and it just feels like a really nice community thing to do. And like, that's the thing with running in general, isn't it? It's a community-based thing, you know. And yeah, there are some twats who go on about, well, if you can't run X, Y or Z, you have no business running a marathon, for example. Those idiots do exist, I agree. But I think, by and large, just going to run up here and then head down to where I'm going to do my interval running. But I think for the most part it is very much an inclusive sport, and one of the things I really like about it is that the only person you're competing with is yourself. You know, I've done team sports before where your performance basically has ramifications for the entire team. So if you have a bad session, then it's going to it's going to some extent influence whatever in the performance of the entire team. So and not ever being a person very good at sport, was always aware that, you know, holding people back, etc. But with running, that ceases to apply, because I say the only person that you're competing with is yourself. So yeah, just a nice turnaround of where I am today. This is my local neighbourhood here in the backwater of Berlin. So I live right on the Brandenburg border in East Berlin, in a region called Mausdorf. And it is very rural here, which is why I like it. Anyway, I'm going to continue with my running, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh my god. Right, here it is. So, update, I'm managing to do the fast intervals, and it takes so much out of me. And when it comes to slowly slow ones, I don't do so well. So it's telling me I'm too slow, because I'm walking. I don't care because I'm knackered. A lovely place to do it though. Don't you think? So when it comes to about 10 to go, I'll start trotting again. And then I'm over halfway through. So I've done 4 fast ones. I'm going to do another 4. I always find these quite difficult because I'm not fast. And it's bloody hot. Not that I want to use that as an excuse at all. But look at this down, this is cute. So you can see where we are here. So these are like gardens. I think I've probably filmed this before, I can't remember. And then there's me, and it really is nice. So I'll film myself doing one fast one, and then I walk home and tell you how I feel. I've found a bit of weight recently, which is fucking annoying, which I'm sure isn't really helping in the fitness, but I decided to watch my diet because I went to the UK for a while and had lots of alcohol, and alcohol really does pile on the pounds because you metabolise alcohol in a slightly different way to like say, carbohydrates or something. So going to heavily restrict my alcohol. Oh, here we go. It's me going fast and 3. Ooh. Might not be doing too much talking now. To go. Oh, it's telling me I'm going too fast. That's better than going too slow, isn't it? Six to go. I got it. Yay. Right. I've done my 8 fast intervals. So much better for doing that. On the main road again now. Walking home. Go home. Have a little shower. Get on with my work there. So what I'm going to do now maybe is show you my Strava and what I've done this week. And so at the moment I'm doing the 3 sessions for a week. Sometimes 4, because there's but the 4 is like kind of like here's my gum going, oh, what did you say? Sometimes on a Thursday evening I'll do a run with people at work, but I decided not to do that this week because I want to save myself a 9-kilometre run on Sunday. See how I get on. So I'll stick on my information regarding Strava and stuff. So if you're 2 people who are interested in it, you can have a look. I also hope that this series provides an insight into how normal, slightly plump, unfit people fare when they do these runnings, because sometimes it doesn't work so well, and sometimes you have to modify it according to how you're feeling. I would recommend the runner app though, I really would. Yeah, the runner app is really good. I wish I'd used the runner app for my marathons, that I'd downloaded this thing from Brighton Marathon website and did that. But I didn't even have a Garmin then, I had a Fitbit. And there's nothing wrong with Fitbits, but of course they're not really tailored towards running, they're more like a lifestyle type watch. And also, I didn't quite know how to use it. So I was like vaguely hoping that I'd run so many miles, but there was no real guarantee of that. If you are starting out running, there are 2 things you should really consider. Number 1, getting a decent runner's watch. I have a Garmin 255S, which has been a complete game changer for me in terms of planning my running and figure out where I am. And the other thing you think is like a running app that provides a schedule for you. So there are 2 that I've tried so far. Cooper, which is one I tried initially because there's some special offer on, but I found that didn't really link that well to my Garmin. It just didn't work so well. Sometimes it wasn't linked properly and stuff. I think the runner app is just, and it's a subscription, it's a monthly subscription. I think with the runner app, although the subscription is about €5 more, so I think Cooper's about €15 a month and runner's about 20. That was my landlady about to go out. She probably thinks I'm mad. Anyway, I would recommend the runner app. I think the runner app is slightly better. And also I got slightly annoyed with how they presented like the strength and conditioning. I do try to do the strength and conditioning stuff. I do try. It doesn't always work. 9 times out of 10 it simply doesn't work. And I'm beginning to think that perhaps I just shouldn't do that and try some other way of cross training. If you are watching this and you can think of other ways other than, I think it's so bloody boring, that's the problem. It is really boring. I find, and I get bored really, really quickly as well. I have a boredom threshold of, it's just a really bad boredom threshold. I just get bored really, really quickly. And, I like the running because there's a challenge involved, and, and it's usually quite nice scenery if you pick a really nice run. But, and I'm very lucky here. But strength and conditioning is so boring. So any other cross training you can recommend that isn't quite so boring? In the cool down phase now, then let me know. Just crossing the road to my flat. Anyway. So that's the 3rd and final training session that I'm going to film for you guys this week. I'll catch you in a sec when I'll go through my training on Strava, etc. Have fun. Right, so here is my Strava page. So if you do want to follow me, then here it is. I'll also put the link below in the YouTube thing, of course. And it's been, I don't know, about a week and a half since I recorded the rest of the videos. So things have progressed in my running since then. I've worked out the reason why I wasn't performing at my best was probably because I was going down the shingles. Really, really annoying. So I currently have shingles, which is great. So I mean, I have done a little bit of running. So yesterday I did a yoga session. Actually forced myself to do a yoga session, and today I did a 4 kilometer run. It wasn't very fast at all, but yeah, I currently have shingles, which is really annoying, but would also explain why I haven't done so well recently in terms of the running. So let's have a look at what I was doing that I'd actually recorded for you. So let's click through. Here we go. So this is my Strava training log. So the first, let's have a look. Okay, so the first one I recorded for you guys was the 7.5 kilometers training for that 10k. So here it was. It was just over an hour, 1 hour and 8 minutes. And that is the course I ran, so Temple Hill Field, of course. And you can see I may have died slightly towards the end there, but that was what I did for that first session, that long 7.52, because my Garmin for some reason didn't tell me to stop. But yeah, that's the first one. And then after that, I did my easy run. Here we go. My easy run in my local area, 6.5 kilometers. Quite happy with that. Just over now, 1 hour, 4 minutes. Really slow time, as you can see, but it's an easy run, so who cares? There you go. Nice little, and you can see where I've gone through those gardens as well. So you can see that, and there you go. Fascinating stuff, I'm sure. And then the interval training. So 5.45 kilometers. Didn't quite make it to the end. I think I cut the last one off a little bit, but all in all, I did quite well here as well. And again, I did the garden thing, so you can have a look, see. And yeah, you can tell it's interval training, can't you? So there's like the easy run at the beginning, and then we have a whole load of, stuff there that shows you that I did my interval training. Anyway, so there you go. Hope that was interesting. Please do feel free to follow me on Strava, and I'll definitely follow you back. It'll be great. Because I don't really have too many people following me at the moment, and it'd be really nice to meet other people, as it were, online. I hope you enjoyed this. What I suspect is going to be quite a long video, and I'll be back soon with some kind of video again. I think the fun run box is coming, and I've got a couple of other things going on. But anyway, running, unboxing, whatever. Please do follow me and subscribe. I think that's how you do it. Follow me, subscribe. Is that not the same thing? Maybe. Anyway, who knows? Like and subscribe. That's what I'm looking for. Please do like and subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another absolutely fascinating video for you all.